Good morning, Primary 6 and Primary 7. It's Miss Faulkner, welcoming you along to another busy week of home learning. Today I'm here to take you through your spelling focus and rules for this week, and in particular I am talking to the people who are working on our extended spelling list. So it's important that we share our expectations for new learning with you. So on a Monday, you can expect to receive your new words spelling list, and you can also expect to be assigned the Nelson spelling page from the book that your word list comes from. Tuesdays to Thursdays, it's over to you to direct your learning by engaging with the spelling grids and the various resources that have been assigned and directed by your teacher. This might be games or it could be an activity task. And on Friday, it is test day. We are looking for you to get somebody at home to test you and send a photo of how you have done to us. You will know you have been successful if you can say, make, write, and use your spelling words correctly. And for those of us on the extended spelling list, your list is pretty long, so we know that you would prefer to spread this over 2 weeks, and we are very much happy to work with you and accommodate that for you because your list is pretty big. We want to make sure that you are successful. So for those of us working on the extended spelling list this week, your words have been sent to you, but they also sound like this. And in particular, pay attention to how we are saying these words because there's an important link, as is indicated on our slide, with our prior knowledge of the sh sound that we have developed over all these years in school. So your word list this week sounds like this: ancient, artificial, commercial, conscious, delicious, efficient, especially, financial, musician, official, optician, politician, precious, racial, social, special, sufficient, suspicious, confidential, essential, influential, initial, partial, patient, torrential. So, although all of these words have the CI and TI spellings in them, you probably heard that they all sounded like I had said the sh sound. So if we have a look at the blackboard over here, it gives us some prior knowledge of all the different spelling rules that we've already established that help us spell the sh sound. So all the way back we had sh at the start of letters like shoe, we had the double S sound like in the word issue, we have the one that we are learning this week which is CI and that is suspicious. We also have SI, which is found in the word mansion. We have the single S, like we have in the word sugar. We have the machine, where we have it in the middle of a word and it sounds like a sh sound. We have the TI, which we are also focusing in on this week, and that is exemplified in the word nation. And we also have examples in the word mission and ocean as well. So there is a lot of prior knowledge linked to your spelling rule this week. Here is another slide which takes us over our prior learning in a bit more detail. So here in our first word list, we can see examples of the sh sound being represented by the S and the H digraph together. And that is where we can see sh at the beginning of the words, like we do in shell and sheep and shark. We can also see it at the end of the words, like in brush and wash and English and vanish as well. So this is one that we should all be very, very familiar with because we've worked with that list for several years now. Also, in our prior learning, we will have heard about the sh sound that is represented by the CH digraph. And that is where we can find, and we probably know as well from book 4, that that is where the word has perhaps originated from French many, many, many moons ago. So we can see that represented in the word list here. So we have words like chef and champagne and chalet, where the sh sound is at the beginning of the word again. We then also have words like machine and brochure and parachute, where we have the sh sound represented in the middle of each word. And then moving on to our word list this week, we can see that we have the CI sound, again making the sh sound, but we have the CI spelling, and it's almost in the middle of the words if we look at the words that are exemplified here. So musician, special, racial, and delicious. And then also the TI, which also makes the sound sh, and we can see that exemplified in the words station, nation, direction, and option. So, just like we would in class, a good place to start is to ensure that we know what our spelling words mean. And for that, we can use a dictionary, whether that's a paper-based one or an online one. Use whichever dictionary is best for you based on the resources that you have to hand. You would also begin to write out your spelling list. So working with our spelling list, we're going to write it out, and we're going to have a look at where those CI or TI letters come in our spelling words. And there are some prompts here to help you see if you can discover any patterns with your spelling rule this week. And remember, you can pause and replay the video as many times as you like to help you with your learning. Your teachers are also online and are able to answer any questions or queries you might have. Another important factor to remember when we are looking at using CI and TI, which sounds like sh in our spelling words, is to go back again to some prior knowledge that we have of prefixes, root words, and suffixes. And in particular, I have popped posters at the bottom of the slide for you here to give you a little reminder about prefixes, root words, and suffixes. And particularly for the word list that you have this week's, the suffix part of our learning is very important to recap. So a suffix is a word part that is added onto the end of a base word to change the meaning of that word. And as you will find out from the next slide, that is particularly relevant for this week's spelling list. So it would be advisable to work with your spelling list and to follow the instructions on this slide to establish the suffixes that you can spot in your spelling list. And there are some posters at the top here to help you identify and select the right colour to colour these in with correctly. It would also be really good if you could challenge your learning and try and find out what these suffixes usually indicate or mean when we see them at the end of the word. So just like we have every week and for all of our spelling groups, we've identified some further opportunities for you to practice this rule with your spelling list this week. Remember, your teachers are also online daily to help. Bye for now!